Hey guys, it's Tessa. So today, I think this video will either be the last or second to last video before my big event in October. So this is going to be all of the sewn items I'm going to do for this event. I already have some sewn items, and that's like the key fobs and the scrunchies. I did buy some elastic that you can see behind my head here, so I can make a bunch more scrunchies. I have a handful of fabrics here. Some you guys have seen, some you haven't. Firstly, this fabric and this fabric are both going to be used partially for a custom order I have for a rectangle pillow. Two rectangle pillows, I believe, or like one rectangle, one small guy. I don't fully know yet. I have to talk to my friend again and double check what she wants. But essentially, some portion of this fabric is going to be used for that. I believe I got 2 yards of it though, so I have a ton to work with. And then for this fabric, I believe I purchased 3 yards of it. It's just like a standard, like brown and white plaid. The other word that isn't plaid pattern. And then the fabrics that you've seen previously are the holographic moons and suns, and then the orange and black bats. I think, if I remember correctly, I need to make more either of the wristlets in this color or scrunchies in this color, and I think I sold my second to last or my last orange bat scrunchie recently. And so those ones seem to do pretty well, so I want to make a couple more of those. I think I have about 1 yard each of this fabric, or I have 2 yards of this one, 1 yard of this one. These two fabrics belong to the no longer in service Joann's. Rip, you know? I think these two fabrics are also from Joann's. I honestly cannot remember at this point because I've had them for so long. I believe this is like 4 or 5 yards of like acorn and leaves, which I think is just cute. I think I was gonna make a skirt out of it originally. Part of me still wants to do that, but because of the amount of yardage I'll have left, I might just cut off a portion of it. I might cut out the skirt portion I need for the skirt and the waistband, and then using what I have left to make more wristlets, scrunchies, or other stuff. And then I have this, like the pattern is like a woven almost. I don't really know how to explain it. Here's a good look at it. All the other fabrics you kind of see from afar. This one is really involved, color-wise, tone-wise, shape, all of that jazz. So that's all of the like Halloween / fall specific fabrics I have. I have a bunch of other fabric in general that I could use, but I'm gonna prioritize this fabric. But my first goal here is going to be cutting out the fabric I need for the skirt for this fabric, and then double checking with my friend how much fabric she needs for both of these little pumpkin patterns. From there, I will go to the other 4 fabrics and we'll proceed accordingly. Hey guys, so that last clip you watched where like I was cutting out some fabric for like those pillows, that was a week ago. That was actually like 4 days ago, and like the intro to this video was probably filmed almost 2 weeks ago at this point. So I made soup. You can't even see it, but I made soup. It's yummy. It's been a week, okay? It's Wednesday. It's already been a week. The weekend was pretty nice, although I can't remember where we went, but we went somewhere and it was nice. I have a goldfish brain. I don't remember things unless they're directly in front of me. But yeah, it was nice. And then I socialized with a friend I'm making those pillows for. She's the same person that did the like 31 item order like a year ago. So I'm making her 3 more pillows. So I made her a total of 5 pillows so far, I think. 3 or 5, I can't really remember. And now I'm making her another 3 pillows for this Halloween season. So that's nice. That's what you saw me cutting up in that clip there. But yeah, so here we are. I've done nothing all week. To be fair, I have been socializing for the first time in a decade. So Sunday I hung out with that friend. And then I got plants. That's pretty cool. I'll show them to you. All the ones are the photos I took of them here. But I got plants. Let's hope I don't kill them. And then yesterday I went to a knitting night with my Discord group. So that was fun. Like 6 of us were there. It was really cool. It was really fun. I got a bunch of work on the sweater I'm working on. I don't want to talk about that, okay? I don't want to talk about it though. All right? I ate a frog like half of it on Thursday, all right? I don't want to talk about it. So that was really fun though. Had a good time. Love socializing. That was really valid, girl. Love socializing. Now I gotta get back into shit. So game plan. Finish these 3 pillows just so I can have them done and out of my way. Basically my week long, I really don't want to sew because I don't want to deal with getting my sewing machine, getting my iron board, and getting my iron out. I also worked on a bag. It's kind of similar to what I was talking about previously, but I decided to crochet the outside and I'm going to sew a lining in for the straps in the bag portion. But here is the colorway we went for. It's a little more opaque on camera. This color is more of like an orangey and not so salmony like it's showing up. But basically I used like a gold, a darker green, a cream, and like a dark like clay orange. And then I used this brown as the background. My goal here, walk with me. My goal here is to make it so that these straps can be tied up. So you can kind of like control, you can tie these straps so you can kind of control like the length it sits at. And the way I'm gonna kind of combat the overstretching as well is to line the straps too. One, this should help with problems with when you tie crochet together like this. Sometimes it can warp the stitches, but if I have that fabric piece in place, it should help avoid that, hopefully. So I have to cut out the lining for this, and I know it's just gonna be slightly a pain in the ass, so I don't really want to do it, but I will probably tomorrow, just because this is more complicated. Then I think, let me show you. And I also still need to cut the fabrics and iron on the interfacing for the new colorways for the wristlets. I also have all of these wristlets I need to get through. I think there's like 20 of them in here, maybe a little more, maybe a little less. They all have the interfacing ironed down. So now all I need to do is sew them together. And I think it was yesterday, the day before, I bought on Amazon, but I bought like 50 more of the hardware pieces. So I think I have like 70 in total-ish, 70 adjacent or like 60. are you? My hair looks a little insane. Please don't judge me. I did not wash my bangs and they're a little icky. That's not the point. So we haven't talked in a little bit. I've just been really struggling the last couple weeks on kind of my own mental health. This time of year is a little bit more difficult for me, but regardless, I'm persevering and continuing through my shit every day. So last clips you saw, I was ironing some of the scrunchy fabrics that we cut out. Those are cut at 6" by anywhere from like 20 to 23 inches. As long as it's at 20, I don't really care if it's any larger than that, doesn't really matter. I cut my elastic about 9 to 10 inches, so it works. And then I also did the interfacing for all of the wristlets I currently have cut out, / I capped out at 6 of each variety. I don't know how well they're gonna do. I've heard from other people that wristlets don't do super well at markets, but my goal is to do like a deal where like it's $5 a wristlet. For an extra $1 you can get a matching scrunchie or something like that, and see if that encourages or entices anybody to purchase it or make them more likely. Deals, I hear, are pretty big thing when it comes to markets. And I have a couple different versions of deals I'm planning on having in place. I'm going from there a little bit, but anywho, I think I also showed you, no I didn't, I have my pillow inserts over here for my friend. I also have her fabrics pre-cut. So I'm going to start with these just to get them out of my way, and then we will move on to the actual wristlets, scrunchies, all that jazz. I don't know if I'll film all of that just because this video is already a very long bit of nothingness besides me yapping like a rando, but that's fine. So I'm gonna get to that. Also, before any of y'all get mad at me for the way I cut the fabric for the pillows, these inserts online said that they were a little bit smaller than their estimated measurements, so I said screw it, I don't need the extra whatever. It's been a minute since we checked in. That's because I've been a little bit busy, just in general. But I have some exciting news. As you can hear the crinkling below me. I got through a ton of our wristlets here. I got through almost all of them for the black thread. I haven't touched the ones for the brown thread yet. These took a long time. I knew I had mostly, I think I have 46 here that I did yesterday and over the night before. I also thought I broke my sewing machine at one point, so I'm I'm kind of glad to just be done with the bulk of these. I only have so many pieces of interfacing left and hardware pieces, so I think my goal is going to be for the other 3 fabrics, which is the acorns and the 2 pumpkin fabrics. Sorry, I'm so tired. For acorns, I'm gonna do a couple extra. I'm probably gonna do like 8 of the acorns for the wristlets and the rest in scrunchies. And for both the white pumpkin and black pumpkin fabrics, I'm gonna do just those as scrunchies. I don't think they'd really read very well as wristlets, which is fine. I don't really care. But I only have a couple left for black thread. I think I actually have 1 left. Oh, this doesn't even need to be threaded. I just need to have the hardware piece. Anyway. I think that's for all of these. Yeah, so all of these just need the hardware. These 4 need hardware, and this one needs hardware as well. And then all of my pre-mades and all of the ones using the black thread are 100% completed. Let me give you a little breakdown of how many of each we have in total. So this is completed and will be added to my website either by the time you watch this or post event. I'm gonna do like a little mini Halloween drop, I think, on the 28th of September. Sorry, of September. That just has like a small handful of the items I've already made for the event, just to see what kind of interest gauging basically is what I'm going to be doing. So let me get these sorted here, and we can do a total count for all of the colorways and the quantities. So just give me like a minute or two. So to start, we have 4 of the Cats and Moons, I believe is what this one is. I hope I don't have my hands in the way. So we have 4 of these ones. Oh, I lied. We have 6 of these ones. 2 of the Cats, Owls, and Pumpkins. They just need the hardware added. 5 of the spiderweb ones. This is using like rainbow spiderweb basically. I think there's 4 colors of spiderwebs. There's orange, there's green, there's purple, and there's yellow. 3 of the skulls. These ones are a little bit slimmer just because the fabric's a little bit denser. 3 of the florals. This is a fabric that I had for a really long time and I really liked, but I never did anything with. So 5 more of the just straight cats, I believe is which colorway this one is. I really like this one because the cats have little moons on them. 3 of the pumpkin, the golden pumpkins. 2 of them just need the hardware still, but we have 3 of those. We have 6 of the ghosties. I will also note the ghosties do glow in the dark, so that's really cool. Now for the 2 biggest stacks. 7 of the holographic suns and moons, or the rainbow suns and moons. And we have ones that I think are honestly the cutest. And we have 7 of these ones as well. And these are the Bats colorway. I think they're really cute. I got 7 of those. I'll put my total here. I don't really remember how many I said I have of each. But that's just for the black fabric, or black thread fabrics. I also have a small stack over here. Oh my gosh, help if I could grab hold. These are scrunchies, but I need to pay attention to those. So I also have 6 of each of these fabrics, and then I'm gonna do 6 of the acorns as well, so it's another 18 in total. I do have to double count my hardware, because maybe I might not have enough. I bought a pack of 50 and I had like 10-ish left, I think, upon that purchase. So we'll find out a little bit. So I have these 2, and then I'll have the acorns, and then the rest will all be scrunchies. So scrunchie fabrics I currently have ready to go. It's going to be the acorn and the white and black pumpkin fabrics. We also have the Bats fabric, the rainbow sun and moon holographic one, the brown plaid, and then the red plaid. I don't think this technically counts as plaid, but that's what I'm gonna call it. But that is all we have pre-cut, at least. And then I mentioned those 3 fabrics will also be cut up. I think depending on how that goes, might depend on if I go pick up more fabrics or if I keep it as is. Maybe I use some fat quarters I have instead. I don't know. I'm kind of just in the air right now about it. My sewing machine's working nicely, so I don't really care. But I'm gonna get focused on adding the hardware for those 4 extra pieces and get back into sewing. So as you saw in that last clip, I finished the scrunchies for as you saw in that last clip, I finished all the scrunchies for the Suns and Moons and for the bats. I have 11 more of the Suns and Moons, bringing our total up to 15 in total, which is crazy. And then I believe I have 6 that I just made, and that brings our total for that up to 8. So that's really fun. This video is too long at this point, and I really just don't feel like sewing anymore at the moment, to be completely honest. I am so very frustrated with just how long it took me to deal with my machine the other night, and it's just honestly kind of put me off from using it for now. So I'm probably just gonna pick this up again in like a week or so. I just need a break from sewing because it's making me lose my mind. So that is where we will end this video. We made, I'll put our totals here, but we made a fuck ton of wristlets. And then we made, I think, roughly 18, 17, I can't do math, scrunchies in total. So that's really fun too. I've updated my site already to include the updated counts for the scrunchies. I have not updated it yet for the wristlets just because I want to do those all at once. So if you are interested in either the Sun and Moons or the bats, go check them out. I got a bunch of them now. I will say as well, I'll probably make a note on these listings. These are all limited quantity at this point, unless Michaels starts selling the exact fabrics. All of these were through Joann's over the last couple years for their Halloween fabrics. So I have no idea really if these fabrics are returning or if they will be just take the piece, or if they will be online exclusives or they'll never return. I'm just not really sure. So currently all the scrunchies you'll see and all the wristlets you'll see are limited edition. Hopefully I should have more, but I don't know. Anyway, finish this video because I'm done yapping. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you have any questions, comments, feedback, whatever, on sewing, please desperately let me know. I don't love sewing because it's really frustrating for me, but I would love extra help or opinions on that. So I will see you guys next time, and subscribe. Bye.